Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So today we're going to talk about in this introduction to the course on cybersecurity analyst. We're talking about the roadmap to become a cybersecurity analyst expert. And in this roadmap, we're going to look at very important aspects. We're going to look at foundational knowledge you need to have. We're going to look at fundamental concepts you need to have. We're also going to look at technical skills you need to acquire. We're going to look at hands-on experience you need to have. We're also looking at specialization, professional development, hands-on training, job roles and responsibilities. Then we're looking at the salary and how you can advance your career. So let's start from the very beginning. Looking at the foundation, basically, what level of education do you need to have to become a cybersecurity analyst? For foundational knowledge, yes, it's not compulsory, but if you have a BSc in an IT related course, something as maybe networking, IT, computer science, all of these courses can give you an edge and to help you to be able to enter the cybersecurity space. But if you have zero knowledge about it and you're just trying to come into the cybersecurity space as a complete novice, then you are welcome. Taking a course like this cybersecurity analyst course can help you in just 3 months to go from zero to become an entry level analyst after the course. And this is why this course is tailored for absolute beginners, someone who has zero experience. We structure the course in a way for you to learn and to be able to understand the fundamental concept about cybersecurity, fundamental concept and job roles that involve your cybersecurity analyst. And all of these are what we are going to be talking about. Fundamental IT concept you should know, you should understand networking, you should understand operating systems, Windows and Linux. For technical skills, it's important to have knowledge on Python and knowledge on Python as a programming language. It's also good you have knowledge about networking. It's good you are able to have knowledge about technologies like firewalls, VPN, network security concepts. These things are very important. You need to understand core cybersecurity concepts like encryption, access control, authentication, authorization, security policies, and these things are quite important. For hands-on experience, you need to have be able to get an hands-on experience after the course, maybe by volunteering on the job or also getting an IT placement, which is very important, so that you can be able to fine-tune your knowledge and be able to remember easily all that they've taught you. So, because you can't learn all in a course, a certificate course, you will learn more on the job as you begin to see day-to-day activities of threat and vulnerabilities. Once you begin to see these things, they are easier to understand the things that are being taught in the class. Another thing you should do is to participate in events like capture the flag, challenges and competitions over the net. These are things that can be able to teach you more about the concept of cybersecurity. Another thing I also advise is choosing a specialization. Most people don't actually do this, and that's why their movement in cybersecurity becomes very long. I've always said this: people make a mistake by saying I want to study cybersecurity, then they go around studying every aspect of it without specializing in any aspect, and they are not employable. So what I advise is get a specific job role and learn it. So like the cybersecurity analyst role, learn what it takes to become a cybersecurity analyst, the tools, the job responsibilities, the programming language you need, then focus on it, master it. Then once you are able to get a job, you have to get a role, then you can now decide to move into other aspects. So what are the other aspects of cybersecurity you can move into? For example, you can decide you want to become a penetration tester. A penetration tester is someone who is called an hacker, but on the good side, it's called an ethical hacker. So their job is to majorly to pen test or to exploit vulnerabilities in the system. That means a penetration tester is someone that can attack a system to see if there are loopholes or vulnerabilities. So a company can decide to employ a penetration tester to check their system if there is any leakage, loophole, or any part that the hackers can explore. Rather than external hackers hacking the system, they employ internal hackers to hack it so that they can now see if there are still loopholes in the applications. Another aspect I would like to move into is a security engineer. A security engineer design and implement tools that is used in the cybersecurity space. So these ones are their job is majorly in configuring firewalls, designing and implementing tools, and they are just more like an engineer in the security space, and you can consider going to that. You can also look at network security. Network security, you protect network infrastructure from threats and vulnerabilities. You can look at going into incident response. So this one handles security breaches and data breaches. What we mean the handle security breaches are when an incident occurs, maybe there's a successful hack on the system or something negative happens and becomes successful. Incident response teams can decide to move in and bring the business to continuity back. So all of these things are very important. Let's move into professional development. In professional development, you can consider advancing your career by taking a Security Plus certification, like the CompTIA Security Plus. This is a certification that actually shows and validates your skills and your knowledge in the security space, and they will help you a lot to be able to move ahead in the professional world. So it's very important that if you have the finance or you have the opportunity to get a scholarship or whatever it is, take a security certification. It helps to validate what you actually know, and because a security certification like CompTIA Security Plus is a global certification, recognized industry specific certification, recognized all over the world. So it means that anywhere you go, even though you have intention of maybe jackpotting tomorrow, this certification can be very, very helpful, and it will help you to be able to have a global presence. Anywhere you go, you have a global presence. One other thing you have to do is what they call lifelong learning. You cannot say you want to come into tech without learning for a lifetime. It's impossible. Tech demands a lifelong learning. So one of the ways to do that is to belong to forums, communities. We have a community, BJT community, where we most of our students are. The purpose is to get them, upgraded in career and growth and development. So you are able to receive tips, updates that keeps you moving. You are able to listen to podcasts. You are able to listen to industry professionals, people who are able to guide you along the way, so you know that this is not a mysterious journey. People have gone ahead, they walk the walk, and they've done all it takes to become experts. They can guide you and mentor you through podcasts, through blogs, and all of those things. So it's very important to subscribe to newsletters, as many as you can see that involves your space. Very important. The next I'll talk about is ethical conduct. As a security professional, ethical conduct is one of your main things to protect. Don't do what is against organization policy. Don't do it. You can destroy your career. Because you have data available to you, sensitive data available to you, doesn't mean you need to expose that data for financial gains or whatever it is. Your professional career involves that you are always protecting the company's interest. Now we move into job roles and responsibilities. For a cybersecurity analyst, what will be your job role day to day? So we have a video that actually gives you an insight from a cybersecurity analyst who was able to share his own experience of a day-to-day activity. And you could be able to make that video in your dashboard. But nevertheless, for a cybersecurity analyst, the major things you'll be doing is monitoring, investigating. You're going to do a lot of monitoring traffic, and you're going to see authorized and unauthorized traffic. Authorized traffic means what you are expecting to flow through, traffic you're expecting. And unauthorized ones, maybe the bad actors, the threat actors, the bad guys are coming to flow into your network. So you're able to monitor these things, investigate. Anytime there's a threat, a vulnerability, something that's coming to happen to your system, investigate what's going on. What's making it to happen? Is it because of an insider threat? Is somebody just trying to download an unauthorized video game, or someone is trying to watch a video, maybe like a nude video, and is trying to keep it from everyone, and is able to click on the wrong link and put the company into jeopardy. So you need to be able to investigate things, and you need to be able to educate. One of the jobs that a cybersecurity analyst will also do on a daily basis is to educate their staffs, educate people on the right use of technology, because most problem that people have when it comes to hacking is because they don't know how to use technology very well. And during the course, we'll look at some of the greatest attacks in our digital age, and some of them are due to human negligence. They are due to people just not using technology in the right way. I've always said that the greatest threat the greatest threat to technology is people. People's inability to use technology well is the greatest loophole that hackers actually explore. So sometimes hackers are not the smartest, they are just the most patient to be able to watch out for loopholes and vulnerabilities and exploits that people just do through negligence. So in this course, you're going to learn more about these things, and we are trying to make it as simple as possible so that you can be able to grab all the fundamentals about a cybersecurity. What is the salary prospects for a cybersecurity analyst? Well, in the US, cybersecurity analysts earn up to $50,000 to $70,000 depending on your position, whether you're an intern or maybe you're someone has grown up the ranks. But if you're an intern, expect to collect nothing less than $10,000 to $20,000 in the US. But nevertheless, if you're in Nigeria and you're looking at to start up a job in Nigeria, you should be looking at yearly, you should be looking at an income of 4 to 5 million naira in Nigeria when you work with a good company. So we're going to give all this career advice, career guide, and help you to get your first role in cybersecurity analyst. So if you follow our course, follow all our guidelines and all the things that we're going to tell you, you'll be sure that at the end of this course, you're able to get a job to start with, and also, most importantly, you're able to keep advancing your career. These are little things we will talk about in this short video. So we'll also talk about some other important points. Join me as I follow along.